Hello YouTube family, we're gonna share with you another flavorful recipe here. It's our pepper roti, simple easy recipe. Follow along, we'll show you how to make this delicious delight. And that goes along with our oven baked mahi-mahi. Watch to the end. It's Caribbean ducks. Welcome back to the channel.
People from there, people from far, Caribbean people, wherever you are, people up north, people down south.
Once again, we head into the garden, my kitchen garden, to get some of these herbs and spices. And here we're having some wiri pepper, fresh from our front garden. Just a few we'll need. And since this is pepper roti, it's gonna be lots of flavor here. And of course, we need a good amount of pepper. Not super hot, but very delicious and tasty. Here we have some Spanish oregano or broadleaf thyme. And right down here is another secret ingredients here. This is bandana or culantro, shadow benny. Very flavorful and perfect for this recipe. So we're just gonna get about 4 leaves. And here we're gonna harvest some of our chives. So our chives in the backyard, the more we cut, the more it grows. So we're gonna keep on harvesting and use it fresh. Here's the other set of ingredients. So we have peppers, sweet peppers, carrots, garlics, and onion. And here's the herbs that we just picked. Our peppers, chives, and we're just gonna rough chop everything and get it into this food processor here, because we want to get it to a nice consistency, not a puree but finely chopped. So we're cheating a little bit here. Put our bandana, put our Spanish oregano, broadleaf thyme in, and here we're going with our little peppers, and we're just gonna give that a spin for a few seconds, and we'll show you the consistency. We don't want it to be puree or totally minced, so it's gonna have the consistency of a chunky salsa. And here it is. This is exactly what we want. Nice and small. Here's the cheese that we're going to use. Extra sharp cheddar and some mozzarella cheese as well. So first we want to do is we're going to peel our potatoes, wash them. In the meantime, we're going to heat up some water, add some salt for seasoning that water, cut up our potatoes into nice small pieces so that it cooks evenly and faster. And add our potato to the hot water right now and let it cook for about 15 minutes until it's nice and tender. And in the meantime, we'll get our cheese and the other ingredients ready. We're gonna grate our cheese and set it to the side. So this is what the texture of the cheese should look like. You want to get it into nice small pieces so that it melt and cook into that roti that we're making. And this is the amount that I want to show you guys that we're using. And now for the roti dough, we're going in with 2 cups of flour and a pinch. This is about a teaspoon baking powder and all-purpose flour. And we're going to combine it and add our water gradually This is about a 3/4 cup of water into that 2 cups of flour that we're gonna gradually mix in. And we're gonna combine it and knead it into that nice roti dough. And this is the way we do it. Just gradually add in the water and just pressing it and kneading it in there. And we keep going until we get it into a nice dough ball. Check out the techniques here. You want to pull from the side and bring it into the center. And then we're gonna set that aside to rest for about 15 minutes. In the meantime, our potatoes are done. We're gonna strain that off. And we wanna work with the potatoes while they're still warm, not too hot. So we let it cool off for about a few minutes, and then we can work with it easier. Just take the back of a fork and you're gonna smash it. Now we're not making mashed potatoes here, so you want it to be a little bit chunky as well. So we're just using the back of the fork to get that desired texture. Now here's our salsa mix that we're adding in there. And we're just gonna combine everything together. It's smelling wonderful. But this is looking so good and smelling so good. It almost looked like a potato aloo choker. Now here's an important ingredient. We want to go with some toasted ground jeera or cumin. 1 teaspoon of that goes in. And we're going to combine that in as well. A pinch of salt goes in. You guys remember, if you're using cheese, you don't want to go heavy on the salt, so we just use a tiny little pinch because the cheese are gonna add salt. And here we're going in with some grated carrots as well. We're gonna shred 1 carrot. The combination of the carrot just brings out the sweetness. It's awesome. So now we add that in. And we go ahead and mix that in as well. Now we're gonna go in with just a little bit of the cheese, about half of the amount of cheese we're gonna mix in as well. We want that cheese to add some of that flavor in there too as well. And the rest of the cheese are gonna go on the top. Here it is, guys. Our fill mixture is all ready. And now our roti dough has been resting for about 15 minutes, and now we're ready to work with it. So we roll it out on a floured surface. And we're gonna make 2 even doughs with this, even dough ball to make the rotis. Yeah, you wanna make it even amount. So now we're gonna roll it out. We're on the floured surface. We're gonna roll it out with the husband tamer. Get it nice and leveled. Want to stretch it out and get it nice and thin. Make sure to keep your surface floured so you don't get it stuck. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some golden ray butter to add flavor to the roti dough. And what this does, it also allows the roti dough to be nice and crunchy, crispy, and give it a nice texture. So we're gonna use golden ray butter. And those of you guys who use golden ray butter in the West Indies or Caribbean, you know the flavor and the smell. You want to eat the roti right away as soon as it's cooked. And the wife is using her finger to score it. And we're gonna roll it up. And this what is gonna allow us to get all those layers. And you just tuck the ends in. And we're gonna set it aside to let the gluten set. And we're able to get all those layers from the folds that we're making here. So we're making 2 rotis. We're gonna have a top half and a bottom half, and we're gonna sandwich all that filling in the middle, and then we're gonna seal it off and let it cook on the hot iron or the tawa, and you'll see that in a minute. Just fold everything. That's how we get our layers nice and flaky, and just tuck the ends in just like so. And we're gonna set it aside to set for about 15 minutes, and we'll come back to that. Just cover it down and put it to the side. It's been 15 minutes. Now we're ready to roll it out. Flour your surface once again. And we're gonna flatten it and use the rolling pin to get it nice and even and thin. Make sure to add some more flour. Flip it over and keep rolling. As you're rolling it out, you flip it over, change the direction. That's how you get it nice and round. You want to stretch this dough out. And then we're gonna lay it on the flat seasoned hot iron, also known as a tawa. And we're gonna let it start the cooking process here. Now I forgot to mention that the tawa was also greased with some butter. And now we're gonna have our filling spread evenly. Just going with the back of the spoon and layer it evenly. And you want to stay away from the edges, about a ½ inch away from the edges, because when you put the other layer of roti on, you want to seal the edges. Now is where you're going with the rest of the cheese. Yeah, this is sort of like making pizza. Going with the rest of the cheese. You get your other half of roti prepared. Flour your surface and roll it out just as we did with the first one. And now we just lay it right on top to make that nice roti sandwich with all the pepper filling inside. And we use the back of a fork once again to seal the edges, and we're gonna let it cook. After a few minutes, it's gonna bubble up with all the heat and the steam and the moisture in there. It's gonna start cooking. Then you flip it over and we're gonna add the butter. Gonna add some more golden ray to this. And this is what's gonna make it nice and crunchy, crispy. Just generously add your butter and let it cook. Now we flip it over. We're gonna add some more butter to it and let it cook slowly on the hot iron. So check it out, guys. We're starting to get that nice crunchy texture. A little bit more butter. Give it one more flip. And we're ready to plate. This is it. Our pepper roti is done and ready to be on the table. And there's no other way to eat this like right off of the heat, right onto your plate. So we're just gonna cut this bad boy up and get ready to eat fresh, hot pepper roti. This is it, folks. Look at the layers. Look at the hot filling inside. Ready to bite in. So I like to have this as a snack just as well. So delicious and easy to make. Pepper roti. And if you want some more pepper, you can always add more. Keep watching to the end, guys, because right now we're preparing some mahi-mahi. Right now I can't find my fillet knife, so I'm using a regular knife, and I'm gonna fillet this mahi-mahi. A nice chunk of fresh mahi-mahi we just got, and I'm gonna oven bake it. But first we need to fillet it and remove the skin. Can't find my fillet knife at the moment, so this knife will have to work. It's nice and sharp. So this is one of the sweetest fish that you can find. Mahi-mahi fish is great. The meat, the texture of it is wonderful and easy to work with. It's not a soft fish. It's very flavorful. And the meat is intact and solid. So you just want to remove the skin. Taking care not to waste much of it. Just go right underneath the skin, slide your knife, and remove that skin. So that's it. We're gonna wash up our fish with some nice lime or lemon. And get ready to season it up. Cut it into nice portions. After it's been washed, we're gonna layer our baking tray or pan with some nice cut lemon. We'll season our fish. Drizzle on some seasoned olive oil. Add some of my green seasoning onto there. And we're ready to cover this bad boy and put them in the oven. This is what it looked like all seasoned up. We covered it with some aluminum foil. Put it in the oven for 350. Let it cook for about 20 minutes. That's it. Plate with some salad and our pepper roti. And this is our dinner for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe and give it a try. Please leave your comment, give me a thumbs up, let me know how we're doing. Give us some encouragement so we can make more videos like this. I appreciate you guys, love you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in another video coming up soon. So remember to hit that icon with the bell so you can be notified when I post the new videos coming up soon. Again, you guys have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.